Well, thank you very much for coming this lunchtime. The reason that I've invited you here is to explain more about this campaign for a referendum. Now, no one under the age of 53 has ever had a say on our relationship with the European Union, common market, etc., etc. Indeed, I was 6 years old in 1975 when we had that retrospective referendum. And I vaguely remember parts of it. I remember the whys and the no's on cars, and I remember that. And I remember asking my parents what it was about, and they said, oh, it's a terrible, terrible thing. But little did I know, or my parents know, or people of those generations knew what a life-changing and what an effect it would have on our country, that we would become a province of a European Union, a move towards a federal superstate. That in 1992, a Maastricht Agreement would make us citizens of the European Union, which was a fundamental constitutional change. And under a conservative government, a party that is supposed to stick up for our rights and our heritage, that they signed away our birthright. And it was at that time that I became involved and saw a problem with the way that the Conservative Party was going, and indeed our relationship with the European Community, as it was then, as Maastricht made it, the European Union. And I'm quite incensed that the British people have been hoodwinked into this, sleepwalked into a European Union. And I think it's about time. We've lost trust with the political parties. And this is not a party political campaign. I think our country is far more important than party politics. It's far more important than personalities. We borrow the birthright of our nation, and we are supposed to pass it on. And I think that our politicians, the professional politicians of the last 30 years, have fundamentally destroyed that birthright for future generations. And that's why, as an MEP that was elected to campaign against the UK's membership of the European Union, indeed to say no to the European Union whenever possible, it was on the ballot paper when I was elected, which was very rare in the West Midlands. We were the only region that actually said, say no to the European Union, actually on the ballot paper, instead of UK. That was a fundamental thing, and now what I want to do is use the resources as an MEP to give the people of this country a chance to say no to the European Union. And that is why I've started this petition, a 100,000 petition that I will go and hand in Downing Street. The response so far has been phenomenal. My office for the last 2 weeks, the phones have been ringing non-stop. We've had lots of well-wishers, people asking for more petition forms. One lady in Kent has actually signed 15 forms within a couple of days. She's just gone door to door and she's not had one refusal. So that's what we need to do. We can no longer, it's fine. We're pretty much all members of UKIP here. That's fine, or the Conservative Party, there's some Conservative Party members here, etc. That's fine, working within political parties. But as I said, this issue is far more important. And we need to do whatever we can do. Let's not be, when I'm finally on my deathbed, whenever that may be, I want to go with my deathbed, whether if we failed or succeeded, knowing that I gave absolutely everything I could. I don't want one single regret. And that's why I've done this, and that's why I've started this campaign, and that's why I'm going to move forward with this.